Welcome to Photoshop Lesson 1. So the work area, when you first open Photoshop, if you haven't already, I want you to go ahead and open Photoshop, and your work area is going to look similar to this image that you see on my screen. And when you work in Photoshop, you're primarily going to work with bitmapped digital images, which are continuous tone images that have been converted into a series of small squares or picture elements called pixels. You can also work with vector graphics, which are drawings made of smooth lines that retain their crispness when scaled. You can create original artwork in Photoshop, or you can import images from many sources like your cell phone, a digital camera. You can get photos off the internet, you can scan them, you can put video clips in there, bunch of different ways. As you go through these lessons, there will be a quiz at the end of each lesson. This is lesson 1. And the thing that I just told you about the bitmap images and the pixels, that's a question. I'm not going to always tell you what a question is, but these videos are available for you to rewind and watch them so you can get things. So this is what your screen is going to look like. I'm assuming that you've all opened up Photoshop, and this is where you can switch to the workspace. You can create a new document here. You can open stuff. If you've saved stuff to the cloud, you would see it right here. And when I open mine up, you're going to see that. My screen right now, I'm working on a Mac. Some of you will be working on a Mac. Some of you will be working on a Windows PC. My plan is to give you both keys that you would use. For example, on a Mac, you may use the Command key. On the Windows, you may use the Control key or verse, something like that. And I plan to tell you which key that you would actually use. So this is where all your recent documents would be. You can click this home button right here. There's a bunch of tutorials if you ever want to do something extra. And we're working in 2023 version of Photoshop, and they continually update it every year, and they do make things easier and cooler to do. So here's where you would have your cloud documents, things that have been shared with you. You can share files. Lightroom, which we may use Lightroom some, I'm not sure, but that's where that would be, where you go to see pictures that you have there. Anything that you've deleted is right here. Up here, you've got your the sync status. You see the little cloud here. If you're logged in to your Adobe account, which you should be, you'll see that right here. Here's a search button for you can search for things, what's new right here, and you can go to your web browser right here. So I'm going to go to my Photoshop, and you'll see that mine looks a little different because you can see some things that have been worked on before. So let's end this video here and let's start working.